Hello, I'm Abby Clausen, and this is 3-Minute Ad Age, your daily video news show. The issue of tighter federal control of tobacco, pharmaceutical, and other advertising activities is heating up in Washington. A phalanx of marketing trade associations are maneuvering against an expected onslaught of unfriendly efforts in Congress. And the first big public clash broke out earlier this month. The American Advertising Federation led the charge against the proposed Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act. The Federation's new president, James Datri, makes it clear that he sees the advertisement of any legal product as a constitutional right that Congress shouldn't limit.
I absolutely believe in being responsible and having a responsible corporate citizenry, but there's a very big difference between the strong arm of government coming in and regulating speech, which is a core value of this country, and the industry self-regulating and being responsible corporate citizens. You know, when people read the First Amendment and the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, well, of course, interestingly, the press in the early days, when people talked about the press, were largely ad sheets. Advertising is at the heart, the very beginning of this country, the very beginning of what free speech is, and the very beginning of media. Of course, it's what funds media, which is a big part of our economy. So this is all tied in together, and I believe that commercial speech, speech that provides consumers information about the products that they're buying, certainly when we're talking about their health, sometimes their very lives, and some of these drugs are life-saving drugs, life-altering drugs, things that can dramatically improve the quality of someone's life. There's an incredible value in that, and it's vested in our United States Constitution in the First Amendment. And the First Amendment, as you know, did not make any distinction between commercial speech, political speech, artistic speech. Obviously, the court has weighed in many ways since then. That's something else we could talk about. But I think that commercial speech plays just as central a role in our nation's life and in the lives of the American people. If the companies that do that advertising want to get together voluntarily and make a responsible decision that based on the data that they have without pressure from the heavy hand of government, that's one thing. And I'm not saying that they should, but I'm saying if they look at all the facts and they say we want to make that decision, that's one thing. But I would not support the government coming in and telling those companies that they have to do that or pressuring them to do that.
And that's it for this 3-Minute Ad Age. Thanks for being with us. I'm Abby Clausen at Advertising Age in New York.